What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Phenom Pat, and this is a review. Well, today is July 21st, 2018. Actually, today actually marks the 29th anniversary of Spike Lee's Do the Right Thing. This was his third film he directed, the first one being School Days and More Better Blues, the second film. Well, some of the characters from, not characters, but some actors and actresses from his previous films are in this one. Giancarlo Esposito, you have himself, and his sister Joyce are in this film. With added on with the introduction to us of Rosie Perez, Martin Lawrence. We have the late Bill Nunn. We have the late Robin Harris, Ossie Davis, and John Turturro, and the list goes on and on. And alright, here's the premise of the movie. It's the hottest day of a heat wave in the Bedford-Stuyvesant neighborhood of Brooklyn, or aka Bed-Stuy. It's so hot. The kids and stuff like that, trying to keep themselves cool, everything else of that nature. It's just ordinary summer day, but extremely hot. But the heat is actually a metaphor for racial tensions within the neighborhood itself. There's a pizza shop owner named Sal and his two sons. Spike Lee's character, his name is Mookie. He is a pizza delivery boy for Sal, for the pizza restaurant run by Sal. So, he's doing his ordinary thing, delivering pizzas and stuff like that. And also, I forgot to mention, Samuel L. Jackson's in this film. He is the radio DJ for the radio station that's right there in the neighborhood, and also it's playing on the radios within the neighborhood itself. So, things escalate throughout the whole day. Giancarlo Esposito's character, named Bugging Out, complains to Sal about why is there not any African American people on Sal's Wall of Fame, which is basically Italian actors like Al Pacino, Robert De Niro, Frank Sinatra, and stuff like that. And Giancarlo, Bugging Out has a little problem with it. He wants black people on the wall and stuff like that, or he's going to boycott Sal's Pizzeria. So then he winds up recruiting Bill Nunn's character, Radio Raheem. Well, obviously within the name itself, Radio Raheem has a radio. I mean, it's the biggest ghetto blaster you ever see, and he is just pumping "Fight the Power" by Public Enemy. And this song is being played throughout the whole film, even though it was the first song you hear when you start the film with Rosie Perez dancing, because Rosie Perez is actually a dancer before she became an actress. She actually founded the Fly Girls for In Living Color, which brought us Jennifer Lopez. Yes, Jennifer Lopez was helped out by Rosie Perez to be in the spotlight nowadays. But moving on from that, hold on for a moment. I'm back. Alright. Where was I? Yes, this song "Fight the Power" has just been blasted from Radio Raheem and his ghetto blaster. Everywhere you see him walking, the song is playing. The song's playing. And when he gets into Sal's Pizzeria, Sal doesn't want any loud music in his restaurant. So, and Radio Raheem likes to blast it, pump it out, and this time it's at night. But I'm not going to give the rest of the movie away. It is a great film. Spike Lee does it well. As I stated before, the heat is actually a metaphor for racial tension within the neighborhood. It culminates to a big blowout where somebody ends up dead. the pizzeria becomes destroyed, and it's just it was just it had to happen. It was just like a big blow up, but also it does gives a outlook on a way of people having to deal with bigotry or racial divide. It's basically two separate quotes from one, Martin Luther King Jr., and two, Malcolm X. Of course, we all know the stances of people between black people from Martin Luther King and Malcolm X. Malcolm X wants to have it done by any means necessary to receive the equality. By Martin Luther King is just by nonviolence, pacifism, and hold on for a moment. Anyway, yes, great film. This is his third film. He done this in 1989. Of course, it makes it 29 years. Also, kind of funny enough, I'm 29 years old, but I was born in '88. And when I first saw this film, I think I was 11 or so. I snuck and watched this on HBO when I was a kid, and I loved the film from that moment on. So, basically, yeah, I put the Batman series on hold, even though there's two films left. Don't get me wrong, you will get Dark Knight and Dark Knight Rises within, I'm not sure how long, but I will do those reviews for everybody. And my son wants to play with a whistle right now. Great. But this was an excellent film to watch. I rewatched it not so long ago. It just made me get those films back, and then it's like being proud of who you are. You're African. I'm an African American man. I lived in New York in Long Island, New York, and also this was. Well, I gotta say this. Also has a little bit of police brutality, and it's also has things of that nature. So, in closing, my rating for the film. Goodness gracious. I think I'm going to give this, I think I've gave film 5 stars, but this one really gets a 4.5 out of 5. So it's really a great film. If you like Spike Lee and his directorial efforts, like He Got Game, The School Days, More Better Blues, Jungle Fever, or anything of that nature, you have to watch this film. I think this is one of his most commercial giant. The big one besides, I think, He Got Game. So, in closing, this is Phenom Pat. 3 simple things always want to close. You need peace, you need love, and you need blue. Catch y'all later, guys. I love y'all. Peace.